Well, some small business owners face bigger challenges than most.
Hundreds of thousands of women are using small loans to start a small business and escape poverty, using small loans provided by non-profits like Opportunity International. Well, Robert Dunn is the CEO of the organisation's Australian arm, and he joins us in the studio now. Robert, thanks so much for coming in.
Pleasure.
First of all, just tell us a little bit about the organisation and how it works.
Sure. Opportunity International is a not-for-profit organisation here in Australia, and through generous supporters in Australia, we provide small loans to families, typically mothers, in our neighbouring countries, so that they can get a job, form a business, start a business, grow a business, employ other people sometimes, and work their way out of poverty, helping their families.
And this is an incredibly successful model. I mean, when we look at an organisation such as yours, operating in various forms since 1971, that's 45 years. So there must be something of a proven method.
It does work. It works because the women who receive the small loans pay it back. Over 98% of these loans are repaid, and then this money's recycled to other people. And they're earning enough money not only to repay the loan, but to feed their families and educate their children. And that's a really important part of this because it's a generational change.
So this is called microfinancing, isn't it?
Yes.
And these people would normally not be able to get bank loans.
They can't get any sort of banking services at all. They can't even save in a bank typically. Most of the people in poverty in the world don't have access to any financial services. So this is the hand up. Every entrepreneur needs this start, you know. They need somebody to come alongside and give them a hand up, and that's what this does. And then the rest of it is up to them. It's their hard work, it's their perseverance, it's their skills, it's their will to make this work. And like every entrepreneur in Australia, there's setbacks, but time and time again, these women will do it, and not only women, families, and they'll do it for their kids.
Are there any parameters in terms of how the money is directed? I mean, particularly when you're looking at communities where they may not have basic services like clean water, power, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so typically it's a loan for a business. It's a loan to start or grow a business, and that's what it's used for. But if you're indebted to a loan shark, you might actually take the first loan to repay that and get out of a bad loan situation and get into something that can actually lead to a future. So it is complex, and people's circumstances change. Their house might burn down, or somebody dies in their family, and or gets very sick. But by and large, it's a loan for a business. And these little businesses are the economy of these countries. It's the private sector in these countries, in countries like Indonesia, India, Philippines, places like that. So that's how it works, and it's very successful.
You must have seen so many people transform their lives. I guess it all starts with giving them back a sense of dignity, doesn't it?
It is, and that's why I'm excited about this, because it's not a handout. It's a hand up. It's a transaction between equals. It's the person has rights, if you like. She has rights, and so there's lots of people, from tiny little somebody raising pigs or having a little stall selling products to people employing tens of people. So I met a lady called Corazon who employs 25 people sewing garments. She and her team makes thousands of t-shirts and shorts for kids each week in Manila, in her home and in their homes. And over 4 years, she's gone from being at risk and a family at risk to actually helping 25 other families, right down to a woman in Delhi whose total job is boiling eggs and selling hard-boiled eggs. And she's an elderly woman, but that's her job, and she's excited about it, and she's making enough money to make a life and be a participant in her community.
Are you able to give a sense of the scope that an organisation like Opportunity International is providing around the world, the number of people, the amount of funds being
Sure. So out of Australia, we focus on Asia, and we work through local partners, and those local partners now serve or provide loans to 3.8 million families across Asia. And you can multiply that by 4 or 5, and that's the number of direct beneficiaries. So it's a big number, and it's growing at a clip. And the people who get excited about helping Opportunity are people all different types of people, but a large number are entrepreneurs themselves. They're business builders, and they resonate with this business building model, if you like, this smart model. So we're hoping with World Entrepreneurs Day tomorrow that entrepreneurs here will catch a glimpse of how they can leave a legacy, make a difference, be significant, not only what they're doing here, but also in other countries as well.
I know we're focusing on women, but presumably men can access these loans as well?
Yes, yeah. Now, the overwhelming majority are women, and there's some reasons around that. Women work well together, and if you're starting a new business, you need friends to help you with this business, and that's the dynamic. But often it's the man in the family is working as a day labourer who might be working on a road or building a road or in a field a long way away from home. The first client I met, microfinance client I met, was Lorna, and Lorna runs a dressmaking business in the Philippines, and she employs 3 women to help her make these dresses, and it's a great thriving business. But there's a man in her shop who is her husband, and he runs a kitchen, and he serves lunches and teas and so on, and that was a family reunited by this business. He had come back from being somewhere else, and he's now got a business inside her business. And so I thought that's a terrific family reuniting story.
Is there any reason that this model could apply to Australia, for instance?
Yeah, that's a great question. So $200 makes an enormous difference, or even $70 loan can make an enormous difference to someone in a country like India or Indonesia. And that dynamic doesn't work as well here in Australia. And we have a better social network, safety network, if you like, here. But there's a spin-off of Opportunity called Many Rivers, and it provides business mentoring services to people who are maybe in multi-generational unemployed families who want to break that, and to be in a business and to have a different type of life, live a different type of life. And Many Rivers helps those people.
Robert Dunn with Opportunity International, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us.
Pleasure.